I don't know you, but I know you experience the following. You wake up in the morning, you drag yourself out of bed, you go through your morning routine, you get some work done, you have lunch break, you get some more work done, then maybe you hit the gym, then you come back, you chill with your wife, you watch some Netflix, you go to bed. And then you repeat this day after day. And the problem isn't the actions themselves. The problem is that you go through them feeling like a robot, feeling like you're just going through the motions instead of consciously enjoying and living life, having that passion, that drive, that excitement that you know you had in the past. But by now, it just seems gone. If this sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. Many ambitious men are stuck in the same relentless cycle. We feel like we're just functioning, not truly living. It's like we're trapped in this never-ending loop that kind of sucks our energy and joy, and it makes it really hard to grow our businesses, to be present with our loved ones, to enjoy life, to wake up every morning with a smile and be like, fuck yeah, that's what I want to do. Let's rock this day. So today I'm sharing 5 powerful tips with you that helped me personally break free from the cycle that I had been in for years and that I use with my clients as well, and they get the same results. The first thing I did that helped me break free from the cycle sounds a little counterintuitive, and it is to slow down. And the reason for that is very simple. I have been really grinding my ass off for the first few years of my business until I went straight into burnout. I couldn't do anything anymore. I was completely knocked out. I couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. And this kind of exhaustive stress often comes from the idea that we need to be 110% productive and efficient all the time. And we need to get more and more and more and more and more done. And of course, then you start rushing through things. You're like, okay, how much can I compress my morning routine? How much can I get done in this 1.5 hour deep work block? How much can I move forward today? And while it's great to, be ambitious and try to make the most out of your time, if you're rushing through things, it means you're missing out on life. So you're always thinking about the next thing. And once that's done, it's the next thing after that, and then the next thing after that. And while that is great, if you want to win a prize for productivity, it's not the best way to really enjoy life. So start slowing down with things, right? For example, the morning coffee, the morning tea, whatever you drink, pour it slowly. Enjoy the taste, savor it. When I go to the toilet in the morning, I'm no longer already at work with my thoughts and, I need to do this, need to do that. I'm just sitting there. I'm enjoying that little bit of peace and quiet time. And, the ego is very quick to tell you that, you're wasting your time. You got to be faster. There's so much to be done. You've got an endless to-do list, yada, yada, yada. But really, if you look at it, taking these micro moments sometimes and just slowing down a little bit, what is it going to cost you at the end of the day? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15? But what you get in return is that you can start enjoying life again, that you can savor it, that you can be there, present in this moment. And bottom line, this is going to help you to produce higher quality work as well, to connect more with your family, to do the things that you really like to do and to enjoy them consciously. So what I really recommend you to do here is take the pace you're at right now and reduce it by 10%. And by slowing down, you will start to notice all the little things, all the small things that make life so enjoyable. And they in turn will fuel your drive, your energy, your everything, and you will actually show up in a much more powerful way. But you have to take that scary first step of slowing down and being okay with not rushing through everything, not being 100% efficient and sacrificing everything for the result. Tip number 2, which is again something a lot of ambitious men have kind of unlearned or forgotten how to do, is to get in touch with yourself again, to check in with yourself. Because what often happens if you hustle and grind and try to grow your business and everything, you kind of have no time to check in with yourself, to see, okay, am I tired? Do I need a little encouragement? Well, is something upsetting me right now? Because you just have to function, right? That's the world we grow up in. That's what pretty much 99% of society tell you. You have to hustle, you have to grind, you have to work harder, yada, yada, yada. There's no space to check in with yourself in this world. And of course, if you shut yourself off from everything that is going on inside of you, how do you expect to actually enjoy life, to live life, to experience life fully? It's not going to happen. How? And I've been in this trap myself as well. I remember when my ex-girlfriend broke up with me, I gave myself like a day to grieve, or maybe 2, and then I went back on the grind. And of course, it's great, to not dwell on things too long and to have something that excites you and to keep working on yourself, especially after a breakup. But I really did not give myself enough time and space to process at all. I was just constantly doing more and grinding and hustling and distracting myself. And the thing is, you cannot shut yourself off from only the negative stuff. So you might say, oh, I don't want to feel tired. I don't want to feel the stress. I don't want to feel this and that. But when you shut yourself off from that, you will also shut yourself off from all the positive things. That's how it works. You cannot selectively feel and experience emotions. That's just not how it works. So nowadays, when I'm at work and I notice there's something coming up, an unpleasant feeling or an idea or thought or whatever, I give space to that. 30 seconds, maybe a minute of feeling something, of being with something, of having an insight, writing something down real quick, and then I get back to work. And it makes every day a so much richer and more enjoyable experience, because I'm actually opening myself up to myself, because I'm allowing myself to check in with myself, to take a moment during my lunch break, sit down, take a breath, and notice how I really feel right now, when I'm anxious, when I'm really happy and excited. And it's always just, it makes my day so much better. So I really encourage you to do the same as well, because first and foremost, you're a human being. Human beings have needs, emotions, thoughts, all of that stuff. Don't shut yourself off from it. They're part of life. And even if they seem unpleasant sometimes or distracting and annoying at first, check in with them. Give yourself the space. You deserve that. Number 3 is something that I almost find a little bit funny. Usually when I talk with a client who comes to me and says, hey man, I'm working too much. I'm so stressed out. I kind of don't have energy anymore. I don't want to be stuck in this thing anymore. And we look at, okay, if you reduced your working hours by like 50% or even more, what would you want to do with your time? And in 95% of the cases, they go, I don't actually know. And I find this funny because I was in the same exact position, I said all the time, I want less stress, I want less work, I don't want to be, occupied 12 hours a day with my business. But when I thought about what I actually wanted to do with the time, I didn't know what. Because for years, I had been so focused on the business that everything else, but the gym, like business and gym I did, everything else melted away. And then when I had the free time, I said to him, well, what else do I do besides work? And of course, if you don't have something outside of work that excites you, it's very easy to come back to the familiar that you already know, go back into the grind, go back into the functioning, go back into the routines, everything, and it's very hard to get out. So the way I really solved this was to make a list of all the things that I enjoyed doing and that I wanted to do in my life. And I'm not necessarily talking about a bucket list with the super big items like, going for a year-long backpacking trip and doing skydiving or learning to wingsuit or whatever it is for you, right? I'm talking about the small things. If you think back about when you were a little boy, right? When you were 6 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, what were some of the things that you enjoyed doing? probably some video games, running around in the yard, going out into the forest, building like a little hut, a little wooden, like a tree house. These kind of things, the small things that excite you, that bring you joy, because now you have the resources. I just bought myself a like a DJ controller because now I have the resources to do that. And as a kid, I like, drumming on the table with like pencils and making rhythms and everything. Didn't have the controller. Now I can do that. And it's really nice to do that every now and then, just to turn off and for shits and giggles, play around for like half an hour, 2 hours. But now that I have that, I know I have something exciting to look forward to. And that actually helps me show up with much more drive and energy and focus to my work, because I have that balance, right? I have something else that excites me, where I can let loose, where I can just enjoy. So sit down, write this list of things that you enjoy doing, that help you turn off your mind, just have a little bit of fun, and start doing them. Start incorporating them into your daily life. Allow yourself to play. Sometimes, I go out to a park and I just take off my shoes and I run across the grass, and I run back and run across the grass again and run back until I can't run anymore. Simply because that's what I used to do as a kid. And it's really fun to just run as fast as you can without caring about what other people think around you, and then just lay down exhausted and laugh. And it's amazing. Sometimes I go in the shower, I take a shampoo bottle or whatever. I pretend it's like two warriors fighting with each other, or an airplane flying around. I go, brrr. And it's so fucking fun. It takes so much, so much pressure off me. It gets rid of all the like adult life stress for a while. And the funny thing is that you often don't need much of that. You just need a little bit. A few of these moments a day will make a massive difference in the drive and the energy and the passion you experience in life. It's insane. Try it. I guarantee you'll feel a little bit silly in the beginning, but it's going to make such a huge difference to your life. To understand number 4, you will have to realize something that probably nobody ever told you before. And that is that you are enough, just as you are. Right now. With all the unfinished projects, with all the goals you haven't reached yet, with all of that, you are enough as you are, and you can be proud of yourself for coming this far. Let that sink in for a second. And now you might notice that the mind is giving you little voices and be like, yeah, but no, he's actually not right. I have all these things. It's not enough yet. I'm not good enough. Yada, yada, yada. Let go of that. These are all the voices that you've accumulated over time because, you probably learned during your upbringing that you have to perform to be loved. You learn from all the other people around you that have been hustling that it's never enough. Always stay hungry, never be satisfied. And this comes from a fear of the ego that once you are actually satisfied, once you are not hungry anymore, you will simply stop doing things. And you will lose everything, and everything will go to shit. You won't be able to support your family anymore. You'll lose your business. It will go bust. It's simply not true. It's simply not true. It really is not. Because it relies on the assumption that your only motivation to do things is to escape pain. And while pain is a great motivator, it's definitely not the only one. And it's the motivator that keeps you stuck in this functioning thing, because there's no joy in being in contact with your pain all the time and feeling like, oh shit, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Instead, realize that you're enough already, that everything is good, that you're safe, that you can let go of the constant pressure you put on yourself, and you will be fine. And life will get better and you will experience more joy. But once you let go of that and once you adjust, you will be able to act from inspiration, to act from abundance, to act from joy, to show up every day and sit down and produce high quality work and be with your loved ones and work on yourself, not because you think you have to do it, Not because there's pressure, but because there's joy in it. And you will rock up every day and you'll be like, man, I'm so grateful I get to do this. This is amazing. Let's do it. Wow, let's produce the best fucking thing I can because I want to do it, because I want to create something amazing. And then it won't feel like you're functioning anymore. You will start living fully. You will start enjoying the little things you do. But you have to let go of this pressure you put on yourself. You have to be brave enough to say, hey, that's fine. I am enough as I am. I don't need to have or achieve or do more to be worthy as a man, to be worthy as a human being. And then you set yourself truly free. Then you can show up so fucking powerfully because your energy is no longer bound in all the negative emotions that evolve around the stress, evolve around not being good enough, evolve around being ashamed of what you haven't achieved yet, around comparison with others. You will be able to let all of that go. Imagine how much energy is set free and what you can do with that energy. Imagine how you can show up in your business knowing that you are the king already. Imagine how you can show up in your relationship knowing that you are an amazing man already. Your wife is so lucky to have you. Imagine what that will do to your life. It's going to be great. So let go of that pressure you put on yourself. There's no need for it. And I know that this can be difficult in the beginning because it's outside of your comfort zone. So start slowly. The next time you notice you're in this rush mode, oh shit, have to get done, pressure, slow down. Breathe. Let go. You don't have to pressure yourself. You don't have to force yourself. You can just show up with inspiration and abundance. Enjoy what is there. Enjoy the opportunities life gives you. Be okay with not always being 110%. It's going to get you much further in the long run, and it's going to feel much more like a splendid, abundant, amazing, passionate life. So if you're one of the guys who feels like you don't have an off button, you're criticizing yourself for not doing enough, you're comparing yourself to others, maybe even ashamed of, where you're at, and it's really taking a toll on your joy, on your mental health, even on the relationships with others, and you've tried to break free from it, but it seems to be really hard because maybe that's the only thing you've ever known and you don't really know how to do something else, then my one-on-one, the Integrated Man mentoring is for you. It's a 3-month intensive program where we really look at all the subconscious blocks that are keeping you stuck in your hustle right now and help you let go of them. And the result will be that you will show up more confidently in yourself. You'll enjoy life more. Your relationships will improve. You'll get more results in your business while working less and just achieve mastery in your life on every level. So if that sounds like something you want to check out, the link is in the description. Give it a go. I'll be very happy to talk to you, and let's fucking roll. Thank you so much. I love you.